Hey everybody, it's Jennifer from Gen Vibes Only. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my mid-year planner mess. That is what I am calling it. I don't have a lineup. And if I'm being honest, my planner rut is still rutting. Let's talk about it. So in just a minute, I'm going to take you guys over to my desk area to show you what I have been working on. I have been a little mad happy planner scientist. I have discs, covers, guts, hole punchers, laminators, the whole 9 yards is on my desk as I try to figure out how to move forward in my planning systems. I have been doing some reflection and some journaling on how I want to move forward with my planning for the rest of the year. And this year I have been all over the place from January to July. I have switched things up, changed things out, switched layouts, all of the things. It has just been a whirlwind, but I feel like all of those steps are necessary to get me closer to what I think is going to be a good fit. And it's also important for me to keep in mind, and this may help you as well, is just to acknowledge that things change, seasons change, life changes, and I try to have my planner roll with the punches of life with me, so to speak. When my life changes, ultimately my planner is going to change as well. So let's talk about what I have going on so far. Okay, so again, sorry about the mess. I got a lot going on. I have this We Are Memory Keepers punch, which has been wonderful if you want to laminate something. With like 5 ml or more laminating paper, and you don't want to break your Happy Planner punch, this is like super perfect. I will try to leave a link in the description. So I have that here. I have my paper cutter here. I have my Happy Planner hole punch. Moving over here, I just have some Happy Planner guts and covers here. More stuff here. And then I was just laminating some things because I want to make some like personalized like dashboards and like vision boards of myself. More Happy Planner stuff. I was thinking about going in a mini, which I talked about, but that's just here on my desk. I have this little glue stick hanging out over here, some more covers, and then I have this black cardstock paper that I have been cutting down to classic size because I'm seriously thinking about just making my own planner. This is just like a dry run pretty much of my week. And I was just like, you know what? I kind of like the black. I kind of like the imperfection. I was thinking about just maybe every week just drawing out this simple little graph thingy. And then on the back, just having it blank. This is just scratch paper, but just having it blank in the back just for whatever I'm thinking about that. This is what I have to start. Just this cover that I've been using for a while now. I'm really just kind of bored with all of my covers, if I'm being honest. I'm just not sure if what I have on hand is my aesthetic anymore. I'm just really wanting something really simple. I think I'm probably just gonna do this as well, instead of having like the flowers. And I love flowers, but I'm just not feeling like the busyness of all the things. So I'm either gonna have this Plan on It Girl or this cover. I just want like simplicity. And then I'm gonna add in my little dashboards. And then over on my table here, I was laminating earlier. So that's what I have. everybody. So it is the next day and I took a little bit of a break from all of the mid-year planner madness that was going on. And I hung out with some family and friends today, and I think that really helped me to just take a step back, take a step away, and sort of reset my brain. I think I've come up with something that is going to serve me moving forward, and I'm excited to show you guys. So I'm gonna get my camera and everything set up so we can get into my mid-year planner lineup.
The next day.
Hey everybody, we are back for the final look at my mid-year planner lineup. Excuse the glare, I'm gonna get off of this cover in just a second, and I am currently out of town on a little summer break, living my best life, so that's why we have a different background here. So I have this black cover, it just says Think, Dream, Plan with this beautiful heart. And when we open up to the inside, there is a dashboard here, and I just created this dashboard using 5 ml laminating sheets, and I doubled it and punched it with my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch that I showed you guys in the beginning of this video. And let's talk about why I came to what we are currently looking at right here. So I was feeling really restricted in all of the planner layouts, and I've tried all of them: vertical, horizontal, dashboard. I have tried all the layouts, and I was just really wanting to step away from that because sometimes I'm not in my planner every single day. A lot of the times I'm not in my planner on the weekends. So there was a lot of space being wasted in my planners, especially when I was using dated planners. I always felt like this sense of guilt, like I was falling behind. And then I switched to undated planners as well. But then because of the boxes, I still felt as if I was falling behind. So using just plain notebook paper as my planner, it helps me to not feel like I'm falling behind. And I just drew this in on my own, these little boxes, and it's totally imperfect, and I don't mind that at all. So this was last week. I just wrote the date on the left and everything that I did and completed on the right side. So it's just Monday through Sunday, and then some notes on the bottom. And I'm just really liking the freedom and flexibility of planning on notebook paper. So this is this current week, and I had a lot of fun doing this. I just drew in some boxes and outlined them with a highlighter and used some stickers to put in the day of the week. And I thought this was so cool. I think like it'll be so cool to create a different little planner spread for each week. And because I have the freedom and the flexibility to do that now that I'm just planning on notebook paper. And if you watched my I'm in a rut sort of planner series, I kind of went back and forth with this. I planned in a notebook for a while and then tried to reintroduce, you know, the structure of all the happy planner layouts. And then I ultimately came back to this because I just like the freedom and the flexibility. So these lined notebook sheets is what I'm going to be using to plan on. Another thing that you're probably noticing is I usually am a Transformer Franken planner kind of gal, and I would have different sections of my planner using separate covers. I have decided just to use one cover. I only have this black cover in here. There's no additional covers. I do love doing that, and it really helps my brain to separate parts of my planner, but it was also making my planner a little bulky and a little heavy. So I'm just working with one planner cover. So it's just blank notebook paper in here. So the next section of my planner, I just have a goals section, and this sheet here, I just double laminated, just plain laminating paper, so it's just clear. And I just have some goals on these Post-it sheets, and it's a mixture of goals and also things that I want to be mindful of, and I color coded them. So in the blue, we have just like some faith goals. I want to read a scripture a day. I want to make sure I'm doing my morning devotional. I'm currently reading through the book of Proverbs. Last year in 2024, I really took a deep dive into the book of Psalms. So I'm now reading Proverbs. I want to focus on gratitude and also focusing on the fruit of the Spirit, both at work with my students and at home as well. And then the pink Post-its are things that I want to do for my website and for YouTube. So I made a goal for myself to post 10 entries on my website. And there's a link in my description. If you're just landing on my channel, my name is Jennifer. I'm the content creator behind Gen Vibes Only. So in addition to all things planning and stationery, I am also a writer, and I write a lot of poetry and prose and personal essays. And there's a link to my website in the description if you are someone that enjoys that type of content. I also want to post 3 videos to YouTube. I have been taking a major break from YouTube, and I've just been focusing on work. And then in addition to focusing on work, has led me to take some very much needed time off from work, hence the vacation vibes and, currently being away from home. So, and then I just have some videos that I want to get out. There's a poetry reading that I want to do on my channel. I'm currently filming this mid-year sort of planner setup. I also have a vlog that I'm working on getting out there, and a TBR that I'm working on. And then in the yellow is some things that I want to focus on as far as wellness. I know for me, sometimes wellness could just be like the body movement, the weight loss, all of that sort of like outwardly physical stuff that you can see on my body. But I really want to focus on rest, my vacation vibes, hydrating, my creativity, and connecting with family. And I also should have put friends here as well. I've really been spending a lot of time with friends and family while I've been taking some time off, and that has been really essential to my mental health. So as I mentioned before, this is going to be like my goals section, and I just have some pictures here. And I got these insert sheets, I don't even remember where, and this is like the last little bit I have. I think these are some old wrong filler paper that I must have gotten on Poshmark or Mercari, but I really love this. It just says your top 6 priorities, and then they have this dot grid section here, and in the back it's this sort of grid design on the back, and I really love this. So I thought I would just use all of this for goals. And then I also just have some blank filler paper back here just for goals and brainstorming, or when I just need, some scratch paper to like take notes down at work or something. So I just like having the freedom and the flexibility of just having some blank sheets, some dot grid sheets. So the next section of my planner, which again is not separated by a separate cover, I just sort of have some dashboards from Happy Planner, and then a dashboard that I made for myself. So again, this is just 5 ml laminated paper that I doubled, and I hole punch with my memory keeping We Are Memory Keepers hole punch, and I made this collage on Pinterest. That is just one of my favorite things to do, is to make collages on Pinterest. It's so much fun. So I just put a picture of myself, obviously some books, a typewriter, some little plants, and a picture of an iPad here. So this next section is so much fun for me because I decided to add some black cardstock paper because I love journaling on black cardstock. And I really love the contrast of black paper with white gel pen. And I just have this collage of my family here. And like I said, I've really been spending a lot of time with my family. So I just made this collage on this app called PicStitch. And they have a lot of different templates that you can plug your pictures into, and it just says, God bless my family. And so this whole section is just going to be an all-encompassing creative journal. And I'm just gonna put all the things in here, you know, pictures of my family, all the stickers, just really cool things that I jot down, prayers, wellness stuff. And then I like to keep like a blank sheet in between my journal entries because the gel pens can be a little liquidy, a little watery. So I just kind of keep this here because as you can see, it will kind of bleed over to the next page. So yeah, I have some stickers here and just sort of some bullet prayers on this side. And I like the black and the white so much that I thought about just creating my entire planner with all black paper. But the reason why I did not do that is because I really like using my highlighters like I did here. It's just really satisfying for me to highlight. So that's why I'm not turning my entire planner into black cardstock paper, but it's been really tempting, and who knows, I just might do that later down the line. But yeah, this is just going to be exclusively for all things journaling, an all-encompassing journal that's just going to catch everything. I guess I should call it a catch-all journal. That's gonna have wellness, prayers, memory keeping, pictures of family, just all the cool things that I wanna, keep at the forefront of my mind. So that's all of that. And I just took, cardstock paper and just cut it down to classic happy planner size and punched it with my Happy Planner hole punch. Now this next section in the back, which I also have separated with a dashboard, and that was just the air conditioner that you heard click on right now. So I apologize for the background noise. It is super hot in the summer right now. So I just have some blank notebook paper. That's the same notebook paper that's in the front of my planner. And I also have this pink notebook paper. I purchased this on Amazon and I got it in a few different colors. If you watched one of my previous videos, I think it comes in pink, purple, blue, maybe like a green color, and also yellow. I probably should have gotten all white now that I'm, thinking back, but I'm gonna use what I have. So anyway, this section is going to be my creative writing section. A lot of times, a lot of my poetry and writing content just kind of comes to me on the whim, and this is going to be the place where I'm going to keep the majority of my writing. I also have a separate writing planner that I don't have with me now, but it contains all of the, it contains the rough draft of my personal essays that I'm currently working on the edits for that, but that is in a completely separate notebook. I tried to combine that together in here, but it just made it too much. I would have had to put it on expander disc and it just would have been too heavy to carry around, and that was the whole thing. So that completes my mid-year planner lineup. I hope you guys are working through any sort of planner rut that you maybe have been in, like myself. I know it can be really frustrating. It took me a while to arrive at this place, but I'm just feeling a lot of freedom and flexibility in my planner, and because of that I feel more compelled to be in my planner. But I also feel like this system gives me a lot of grace and forgiveness when I'm not in my planner. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.